Yeah, that really shouldn't be there. Hey smokers, Drago1 here. This is the end of the video. I don't usually start from the end of the video, but I've been having a rough couple of weeks. Been going through some not so good IRL stuff. I've been sick, and I'm not really going to go into that. I don't really want to start vlogging on you guys. And my mind totally spaced this video, and I thought for some reason I could just willy-nilly install Command & Conquer 3 to Tiberium Wars on Windows 98. And lo and behold, well, I guess you can watch the video and see what happens, but things don't go to plan. Now, I know the channel has been sort of anemic on content lately, and you actually want to see something happen. I'm still going to let you guys see the video. I guess you could assume that it did actually work, because now I can't actually uninstall it because I managed to install it. So, shit. Yeah, now I'm kind of fucked. Hey smokers, Drago1 here, and today we're going to be trying to install Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars on Windows 98. Now you've probably seen there's a bunch of absolute bull crap on the screen. My eye is twitching now, probably from this horrendous desktop wallpaper that I made on a stream last year. And some of you may remember that, and I actually can't look directly at it. Like, my eyes are like watering right now. I don't know why. But moving forward, we're going to see if we can do this. This is totally, I don't even know if this is going to work. Probably won't. And even if it doesn't, I will still upload it because I got to give you guys something. All right, so I got the disc here for Command & Conquer 3. I do have a DVD drive in the 98 machine. And the system requirements for Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars is DirectX 9 and Windows 98 or above. So that means that I can frickin' install this. And the other thing is that I know this video card can handle it because I've played this game with this video card before, although I was running Windows XP or something. So we're going to see if we can actually install this. Just fucking close this. This is just annoying as hell. Okay. There you go. Sometimes you just got to click around and you got it. Okay. So we're going to install this. And I'm trying to debate whether or not I should use my same CD key for this. I mean, I'm just going to do recommended because fuck it. So yeah. This is with no modification. I'm not running kernel X or anything right now. No compatibility mode whatsoever. I just inserted the disk, clicked the installer, and went, and it is now installing. This installer takes a long fucking time on a modern computer, but this is probably going to take even longer on Windows 98. At least we have an SSD, you know, but the other problem you need to know with Command & Conquer 3 Tiberium Wars is that I actually got an error on Windows 10. Yes, it does work properly on Windows 10. On Windows 10, it says improper operating system version detected. And so you might think, oh, it's Windows 10 is too new for the game. It works on Windows 10. I got an error saying it needs to be 98 or above. Like, I thought, well, I was trying to run the damn thing on Windows 95 or something. Not the case. Here we are again, looking at goddamn loading bars. Did you know there's a game on Steam called Loading Screen Simulator? Where it's even worse than this, because at least with this you get the satisfaction of see it actually make progress and continue. In that game you don't even get such a pleasure. It's just it's just stuck at one bar here, and it just goes forever, and it makes me want to die. So, fuck. So yeah, if you want to experience how I feel when I'm waiting for loading bars to finish, look no further than Loading Screen Simulator on Steam. It is free. and you can sort of experience a little bit how I feel, minus the money earning by clicking a button. It's not that simple, unfortunately. What's gonna have to happen on the channel, and I know a lot of you will not like this, I'm gonna have to do some shorter videos, and 20 minutes, I'm thinking 20 to 30 minutes is probably going to be the sweet spot. It's because the hour-long videos, they're taking their toll. They really are. I mean, it's not as bad as editing an actual movie, but it starts to feel that way when the duration of your video is almost the length of a movie. I just want it to be a little bit shorter so that I can actually enjoy the editing process. I have great fun with the editing for the first 15 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes. Getting around 40 minutes, 50 minutes, and about 50 to 55 minutes, that's where I've hit the hopeless point. I stopped having fun at 35 minutes, probably 40 minutes. 50 minutes, it's just, oh my god, it's 6 p.m., I'm running out of time. And then the video still has to get rendered, and then sometimes the software crashes while it's rendering, and sometimes I'm not there to babysit it overnight, and I have to re-render it, and it does. I don't really want to start vlogging on you guys. I don't really want to start vlogging on you guys. Do you guys like it when I talk like this on the loading bars? I mean, I didn't know it was actually going to go this fast. Because we're like 10 minutes in roughly. So if I didn't edit at all, I've been recording for 10 minutes. So we're not at the breaking point yet, which is good. And it's an SSD. But I'm hearing drive churning sounds in my head. I'm hallucinating sounds. I'm gonna move the mic onto the computer so you can like hear it. The mic is actually on the computer now. Well, I did actually record a segment in which I was trying to get the recording set up before the video. Why don't we cut to that while we're waiting? Should be a test recording here. Actually, I didn't even think about it. The computer's so loud that with its fans, and it's right next to the microphone, that you're probably going to be able to hear it. So this is our test. Playback devices need to be set to the headset I'm using because, and then I need to have some sort of what the fuck is this? Why is it doing this? I mean, this is the best BIOS screen recording I've ever had, but what the fuck is wrong? Oh. Ah, there's a problem. Okay. So now I need to make it so that it will pick up the sound from the computer. Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ, look how long it took it to detect it. God damn, that scared the crap out of me. How the fuck do we do this? Here it is. Listen. Jesus Christ. That's horrifying. Oh, I did that. Oh, shit. I did this. Yeah. On a stream once. That's right. Ah, Christ. 1280 by 720, my asshole. So as you can see, I have the NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200. This is a very important part of what we're about to do today. I don't hear anything. Why is that? Why the fuck is that? I'm gonna turn it on. We are listening, quote unquote, to this device. Oh, I know why I can't hear it. Because my headphones weren't turned on. Usually helps. Jesus! I changed the refresh rate of my display. You know what? No. I don't want to. Oh no, I closed the one on the post machine. I mean, the fuck. I did this before. Oh, there it is. 1920 by 1080. Oh, you piece of shit. So here's what probably has to happen. I need to restart the computer. What? Why is it right-clicking everywhere? Oh, 98, Windows 98 glitch, that's right. It didn't fix it. What the piss? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna do, oh god, did I just destroy my neck just now? Oh god. I got a better idea. There. Not my best fix, but it's gonna have to do for now. Hey smokers, Juraga1 here, and I'm gonna stop recording. We're still loading. Stuff is happening. Actually, we might be able to see what's happening. It isn't running super fast, and in fact, it actually froze up a little bit there, so it is doing something. Yeah, it's shitting on my computer right now. Oh my god. Fuck. There it is. Okay, so we got Command Conquer 3. Modified at 1:15 p.m. Which is not what time it is. Actually, it's pretty close, but... Okay, so this file size is 2.81 gigabytes. Now that's for the unpatched version of the game, but I can go in and look at my own copy. I don't remember where I installed it. Now it has other resources in other places like the user folder. The target size is 5.94 gigabytes. That's the full patched version of the game, so it's probably going to be a little bit less than that. Probably going to be around 5-6 gigs. So, it may have loaded on 2.81 gigs of shit. It is now shuffling them around, since it's still lagging, and putting them in the right places, maybe unpacking stuff. And it's doing that in a temporary folder. We can take a look at the temporary folder. Let's go look at it, see if we can see any activity there. It doesn't have as much information because it's a system folder. Son of a bitch. Actually, it says created unknown. I guess that's when I installed the OS. In a time before there was time. Last modified 2014. Shit. I like how it says it here, but it doesn't say it. Show it in the actual properties dialog. I'm already kind of stressed out from this. The mouse is stopping every once in a while. Date, sort by date modified. There could be stuff on this loading bar, but the window's in front of it. I don't really want to look at it. I've never seen my 98 machine lag quite this much. Looks like the latest shit in there is from 2016. So, fuck. Where does the install wizard keep its files? Oh no, nothing happened. So on Windows 98, there is no document settings. There is no user folder. Everything is kept in the Windows directory. So that means that the Windows directory must have been modified as we speak. So we have to find the Windows. No, 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 no. Oh shit! Last modified 2014. That won't stop us though. We'll do this, and we'll do this. Fuck. Keeps lagging. Okay. The .minecraft folder is just in the root of the Windows directory. Oh, Christ. You gotta be kidding me. Holy shit. Oh, it's actually doing something. I don't need to do this after all. It's working. I actually have to be somewhere in like an hour. Like, if this does not finish, I'm gonna be really upset. Okay, 8/7/2017. Oh, fuck. The Win SXX or the Win's excess. The excess of Windows. And what do you think it's doing in there? It's probably just day-to-day operational files that I don't know anything about because I don't know the ins and outs of Windows. 1:15 p.m. That seems about the time that it started. The install. I believe this is something to do with what we're doing, considering the time. And the other thing to take note of here is it says modified September 13th, 2006. This game came out in 2007. So I don't understand. So we're going to wait. My head hurts a lot right now. And I guess we're going to wait. I don't know what else to do. This video is not going to be edited well, I'll tell you right now. I'm going to try and get this out today. Oh boy. Better not install. Shit. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's... Lancer la logiciel. La logiciel? I don't know how to pronounce it. Come on, c'est parti! C'est parti! It's better work. We don't have any loading. Or desktop shortcuts. Maybe it's all in the start menu. I'm just surprised it legitimately installed at all. Is anything happening? Nothing's happening. It did not launch the program. Okay. Here it is. It's right there. Seems to like it when I launch it directly here. I want to wait a little bit. That's not a good sign there with something that says Vista in it. Well, maybe something's running in the background. Let's find out. What do we got here? We got, now it says Command & Conquer 3 is open, but that is just the Explore window. So, fuck. I don't want to click this because I know it's not going to work. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. Why didn't that happen earlier? Why didn't... I mean, I'm gonna just kernel exit in a second, but like, what? Let's see. Did I actually put it anywhere in here? Electronic Arts, Electronic Arts, Electronic Arts, I don't know about you, but I don't see Electronic Arts. But then again, I don't read, so maybe that's part of my problem. So, what do we got here? Properties, kernel X. Now this, as you can see, this game installed on Windows 98. So I don't know why it wouldn't actually work, but... Okay. Do I need to make a shortcut? What's going on? Not exactly. It's... Yeah, it is. It's exactly the size it should be. Maybe that's why it worked. Default compatibility options. Do I need it to be Windows Vista and then it'll work? GDI Plus. I can start Googling DLL files. I mean, it means graphics device interface, but I think it's funny that GDI is a faction. In the game. I think that's coming up because it actually requires like Windows NT or something. I have never read a more bullshit form or Yahoo Answers reply ever. It seems such as you may desire to get a 2D perplexing chronic and setting up a residing house Windows 98 on that and use the first perplexing chronic, the compressed chronic, as your secondary chronic. You additionally can use a Linux stay CD and replica your records to a thumb chronic and format the perplexing chronic and reinstall residing house Windows 98. That's what I could do if I have been you, Josh. And I'm too pissed off to make weed jokes about the chronic. But I think if you replace perplexing or chronic with something else, it'll make sense. But what? Okay, so apparently Microsoft has this thing called the SDK Redistributable GDI Plus, and it's for Windows XP. I mean, it's pretty shady. I mean, I'm downloading a random zip file from some random site, and I'm hoping it's gonna work. Like, what? I mean, it claims to be virus-free, but I mean, it's probably a load of shit, and it's gonna fuck up my Windows 98 machine. But then we can at least have an episode of Dan Oct 1 or something going on here. I don't know what else to do. I'm going to legitimately copy this file to the computer and pray that it works, because I am literally running out of time. So I will put it on my extremely old USB drive. You can't see any of this because I was too lazy to set up my camera. But believe me, it's going on there. It's probably CIH or something. I got the GDI Plus right there. Now, may I remind you, GDI Plus is not in the working folder. It's not even supposed to be installed there. But, oh my fucking Christ, what is all this? I knew this was gonna happen. Basically, you go searching for every DLL file, and you get to the end, and it still doesn't work. And I've done this before. You find every single DLL file. So what probably needs to happen is I need to install the something runtime redistributable? I don't remember. So if we go down this rabbit hole, we could be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different DLL files that we may have to actually find and install. Well, let's go ahead and download this one and hope it's the last one we need. Okay, I got it. Oh, well, this is new. The API MS WinCore heap file was not compiled for a CPU that is compatible with your version of Windows. Contact your vendor for a newer version of Windows or of that DLL file. I don't know. Maybe I need to download another one? Because that seems like progress, because it like stopped on this DLL and I actually tried to use it and it was like, whoa, dude, whoa. Now, the weird thing about the DLL website is that it offers multiple different files. There's a 9600 and a 9200 version. I think I'm going to have to try... Oh, that's why. I picked the fucking 64-bit version. Jesus Christ. Well, there's a 9200 and there's 9600, so I'm going to get both of those. Both of those are 32-bit. I'm a fucking retard. And, it's not downloading. There we go. I don't know how there's multiple different versions of a DLL file that has a version number in it. The fuck? That's torture. That's terrible. And the 9200. Well, make me lucky. File can't load at the desired address and is not relocatable. And that's because it's in the wrong directory. Probably have to put it in the system folder. Okay. Ah, there it is. See Windows System. So it refound it in the new location. Let's go ahead and cut this. Let's put it in the system 32. Fuck is it? There it is. There's nothing in fucking system 32. And now it's found that it is in system 32. So it actually is following it to where I'm moving it. Can't load the desired address is not relocatable. Okay, so that means that the 9200 is out. Still have the 9600 version we can use. I don't know where else it wants me to put it. I guess I didn't restart my fucking computer, that's the other thing. I could try that. But then again, this should just work, so... So fuck. Sometimes the hardest part is installing it, and that was the easiest part. Okay, what the fuck's going on here? Did I render my Windows unbootable? I may have. Okay, so I need to delete that file now. Very good. Well, I just fucked up my Windows 98 install. At least this still works. Jesus Christ. Now I have to uninstall it because it probably broke my... Did it copy the GDI DLL in here? I hope not. So now I have to fix my shit. Yeah, that really shouldn't be there. Hey smokers, Drago1 here. This is the end of the video. I don't usually start from the end of the video. So basically, if you guys want to see what happens, I'm still gonna upload the rest of the video here for you to watch right now. The thing when it comes to Command & Conquer 3 is it requires Windows XP or Windows Vista. So why do you think that I thought that it could install Windows 98? Well, I got an error message from the installer, or actually I tried to run the game once, and it said installation requires Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, or Windows Vista. And so I thought, okay, so that means that it supports Windows 98. So my mind was blown. Nothing went beyond that. I just believed it as just absolute gospel, since it came from the actual installer for Command & Conquer that says it required Windows 98 or higher, that I was like, oh shit, it could install. Not even thinking for a second that, hello, it's fucking hard as hell just to get Doom 3 running on Windows 98, and that is a much older game, and you have to really try to get that damn thing working on Windows 98. And I thought I was going to be okay because this graphics card in the computer actually can run the game. I've seen it run the game before. It does work. Slowly, but it works. And so I thought that, oh, it's going to work. But you could sort of see like the hope in my eyes, at least for a little while I, delete this folder, because what the fuck? I just went back to the... Oh, now it's gone. See, that's scary. Oh, there it is. Get rid of this. The registry, I guess, has some stuff in it that's probably fucked now. So yeah, guys, enjoy this video if you can. I mean, at least it's something. I didn't get anything working, but you can, if you just want to see a video of me just messing around and failing at everything, if that's what you're here to see, that's definitely what you're getting. All I can say is sorry for the lack of content, and hopefully we can get back on track at some point. Enjoy. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, guys, I fixed it! I fixed it! I broke Windows 98 and I fixed it without having to reinstall it. Okay, this video was worth it. So basically, here's what actually happens. Okay, so basically, if you actually try to install Windows, or if you actually try to install, if you're crazy enough to try and install one of the fucking cheeses. If you try to get this on your hard drive, it's a bad idea. You shouldn't do it. I don't know what fucked up my Windows 98 install, but it was either trying to run this and having the DLL load in, or it put the files in the Windows directory that you saw me delete at the beginning of the video. That it dropped some files in the Windows directory even before I even knew it was happening. I noticed that it dropped them in there. It was the most recent addition to the Windows directory. Apparently that made Windows 98 unbootable. So if you do think you want to give it a shot and try to install Command & Conquer 3 on Windows 98, it might just make your Windows unbootable unless you and get rid of that WinXS folder out of there. I don't know if the DLL file being in System32 had anything to do with boot problems, but it will actually make your Windows 98 unbootable, which is the opposite of what you actually want to do. You want to play the game. Now, that being said, after everything, it seems like this was a wasted video. What the hell are you doing? It goes to show that I was able to just install it with no system modifications whatsoever. At least I don't think, anyway. When I went to go install it off of the DVD, it just sort of let me do it. Now, some of the files in here didn't want to run right away. For example, this setup.exe didn't want to work, or maybe this was the one that worked. Incompatible version of Windows. Okay, fuck that. This one didn't work. Or was this the one that worked? Okay, that was the one that worked. So, just fuck off. So maybe I can actually properly uninstall it now. So, I mean, we definitely learned something, right? So let's remove. Yeah, see, it didn't have that error since we're not in safe mode. We want to remove it. I mean, I don't know what modify would do. I don't know what that would really... Core game files. I mean, it's already there. Is Command and Conquer even the right size? That's another one. Is it the good 5 gigs? It is. All right. So let's go ahead and get rid of it because we don't need it. This will probably take a while. You guys don't really need to see this part with the uninstallation, and it probably froze up my computer. So we'll just move right along. And for those of you who are curious, this is the Windows installer package. I do have kernel X installed, but there doesn't seem to be any sort of options to whether or not to have that turned on for this. So I don't think that kernel X had any effect on launching the installer. So you can install it on Windows 98, but you can't run the game. So it's very misleading.